Yep, welcome to my new room. This is the new room I'm renting for the time being because I have like 1.5 months before college starts, and I'm not looking forward to it. If I'm being honest, I am extremely stressed. I have a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of dread every time I think about going back to college because I don't know, man. College just seems like a scam, honestly. And I guess that's it. But yeah, it's a decent room, I think. So it's not bad. Better than all the rooms I've ever been in. But if I'm being honest, I kind of miss having a place I can call home. Because I remember being a kid and after going home to, after high school, going home for the day and just playing my games and whatnot. I kind of miss that, having a place that feels like home. To be honest, having busy with parents sucked, but being young and having that space for myself was kind of fun. But now, every time I'm in a room, every time I have to rent something, it just doesn't feel comfortable, doesn't feel safe in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but whatever, anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna be living here for the next remaining month and a half. I've already wasted 2 months of this summer because the idea was make art, make YouTube videos, play amazing games and watch anime, and yeah, just live the same lifestyle that you lived as a NEET. Because funnily enough, I was having way more fun as a NEET than now. Because I'm gonna be honest, I had way more fun as a NEET than going to college. Holy shit, man, going to college was the worst decision I could have ever done in my early 20s. Because when I was as a NEET, I was actually doing a lot of YouTube videos. I was doing a lot of art stuff. So I genuinely feel now that I think about it, that I could have maybe gotten a job as an illustrator or maybe video editor if I had just stick with being a NEET and focusing on those aspects. Because my lifestyle as a NEET back in those days consisted of making YouTube videos, a lot of them. I drew essentially every day, even if just one piece of an art, maybe a character or maybe this or that. So I don't know, man. I was really going hard when it comes to artistic endeavors. So for me, yeah, I have to admit, I kind of regret going to college. If I could go back in time, I would tell my younger self to remain a NEET and focus on those projects, because maybe I would have been someone by now. Instead, like a fucking retard, I went into college and I wasted 1 year of my life. A year that was incredibly miserable, depressing, and just full of nothing but pain. So I really regret going to college. It was one of my biggest regrets in my life. I thought I wanted this, but man, knowing what I know now, man, college is such a bullshit. It truly is. And not only that, but back then, I also had really good friends, which I kind of stopped playing with them because I stopped having time for them in college. So I don't know, man. I really wish I had continued fostering that friendship and continued focusing on arts and YouTube and playing amazing games. But for some reason, I decided to come here. I got burned out. I became depressed, and you know the story. If you want to go there, if you want to know about it, just go watch my older videos, the one before this one. So yeah, sitting here, I just kind of realized that college just was not fun. But at the same time, I don't really know which is the better option, because I don't know, every time I think about it, for me, college really fucking ended me. My hopes and dreams are dead. I don't have any more hope for the future, and for the first time in a long time, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, Because at least as a NEET, I was coping and pretending that college would fix all my problems, but it made it worse in every single way. So I don't know. Because if I stay in college, it's college, what I've realized is they don't teach you properly. They only teach you very basic stuff. Again, I might have chosen the wrong course, but I don't know. I just think the way they teach stuff is incredibly basic, and I would have been way better if I just learned things by myself. So yeah, I feel knowing that now is just kind of pointless. And I don't know, man. It's just pointless, man. The way they teach, or the lack of teaching, is just really concerning. It really makes me feel a bit damn, what am I doing here? If I can just learn by myself and be 100 more times more knowledgeable. I don't know, it's weird. So they're not teaching me properly. When it comes to social connections, I've realized that I'm not going to be able to make friends or girlfriends ever. I'm just way too depressed and way too negative, and people don't like that. People recoil from that shit. which is kind of funny and hypocritical because they're like, oh, we love everyone, we love peace and yada yada yada, and you should share your feelings, and like the moment you do, like people just recoil in disgust and they just completely abandon you. Like all my friends that I thought were my friends have abandoned me the moment I got this depressed. Like I have tried to like help other people's emotions, try to support them in every way I can, give advice, and generally care and be supporting. But when I expect them to do the same for me, they don't do it. So I don't know, man. Really big wake up call when it comes to human nature, and this is one of the reasons why I hate people. It's just so hypocritical and selfish. So I'm not getting education. I'm not getting social or networking or meeting new people. I'm obviously never gonna have a girlfriend. So what's the point of college? You know what I'm saying? Like for me, after like realizing all of these things, it just made me like think that for me college is just really pointless. In my past video I said that I don't really have any better option, and I still don't have any better options, but I think for now like college is, you know, what I'm gonna do for now. Not because it's the best option, but rather because even if I do fail and quit, I'm still gonna get like the money for that school year. Because the way like scholarships work in Portugal is like you essentially like put all your papers and everything they ask, and if they accept the submission, you essentially get like 10 months, which is like the school year, of like free money. So for me, I'm gonna continue in college just for the fact that I'm gonna be able to like get some money. It's not much, it's not enough money to the point where I can just like go fucking buy a Porsche or a Lamborghini or whatever the fuck, you know, and get like 50 bitches on my dick, but you know, it's enough to just keep me like afloat and just stay idle for 10 months and think about what I want to do with my future. So I think that with college, I think I'm gonna drop out. This time, like in the past, like I said that I would probably fail college because, okay, I'm not gonna repeat it, just go watch that video, but I said that I was gonna fail college, so, you know, even if I did try, then things wouldn't work out. But now I realized that even if things work out, I think it would be best for me to just quit college and stop wasting my time here. So yeah, I think for me, I'm just gonna quit college, do the bare minimum, or just not do the minimum at all, because I'm not really sure how like losing my scholarship works. Like maybe if like they figure out like I'm not going to classes, they will like cut my scholarship. I'm not really sure how it works. I'm gonna have to like play around that a bit, and I'm gonna have to strategize in a way that like makes me get the money but not have to work for it. So I'll see what happens. I'll see which is a better option. So I think that even if college goes well, I think it would be best to just, you know, get the money and spend 10 months working on myself, the things I want to do, like art and maybe YouTube. And yeah, after that, like figure out what I want to do with my life, because I think in 10 months I'm going to be able to like really think about it. And after wasting 2 years of my life in college, fuck me, I continue to waste my time. Amazing. I'll just go ahead and like hopefully get something done in the future, because I really think that college just isn't for me anymore. And I wish I'd realized that sooner, because if I did, I would still be in need working on my artistic stuff, and maybe I would have gotten a job as a freelancer by now, which is everything I've wanted. You know, just being in your own home and working and being a freelancer would be really satisfying for me. So I don't know, man. I think for now, yeah, I will continue college and get that money for free, hopefully, and just give up on college and people, because, as I said, the way people are here and how NPC and normie they are, how they don't support you and how they are selfish, greedy monsters, I really don't think that it's going to work out between me and them. So, yeah. Because my original plan was to go here and get a career and make friends, but that's not going to be possible. I realized that I'm way too far gone and too depressed, and people are like very evil and selfish. So, yeah. Apparently the world doesn't work like those animes where you're like the lone wolf handsome guy, which I am, and then you have like 50 people trying to be your friend just because you're cool and mysterious. But guess what? If you're cool and mysterious in real life, people just don't want to be your friends, and they think you're like dangerous or like weird. I don't know, man. I don't even know what perception my teammates or schoolmates have of me, so I don't know, man. I have to admit, like fucking like being a NEET destroyed my brain, because it's like I was watching so many anime during those times, and anime just kind of like gave me the wrong idea, but like gave me the wrong idea of people and girls. So I don't know, man. It's kind of funny though, now that like that I admit it, and it's so cringe. Fuck, I feel so cringe. Anyway, so yeah, I think for now my best plan, and I finally figured it out. My best plan would just to be, yeah, continue in college, fail, and not do college stuff. Give up on college, but stay here because of the benefits, like the money and the student dorm. And after that, just leave and do something else with my life. And I'm gonna be honest, like I don't want to talk to my family. I don't want to talk to the people that I've talked to in all of my life, because all the people I've ever talked to were just so evil towards me. Like, my God, even my father. Like, I desperately tried to talk with my father so he can give me some advice, and because I really want him to admit he fucking wronged me and destroyed my life with his abuse, but he just didn't care. He just turned off the phone in my face. So I don't know, man. So when it comes to my family, I never want to see them again. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about my family anymore. Like, my family's just garbage, every single part of them. I don't speak with my mother, and I haven't done so in 4 or 5 years. And I don't want to. I'm really good like this, actually. I was talking with my father, or with the family from my father's part, because I kind of could use them to get stuff from them, like free transport, yada yada yada. And I was talking to my father because I thought I could use him to give me money for free while I was in college. Tell him oh yeah, I went to college, maybe give me some allowance, because I don't want to work, because working has been one of the worst decisions of my life. I was exploited, they didn't pay me properly, or they didn't pay me at all. And yeah, my working experience with capitalism was just awful, so I don't want to go back and work either. So I thought I could use him, but yeah, he's a completely selfish piece of shit. So yeah, so if he's not gonna do what I wanted him to do, then and I cannot manipulate him, then I guess I'll just go ahead and give up on him and never speak to him again, like what I did with my mother. So for me, if I can spend the rest of my days not speaking or interacting or thinking about them, or talking, or even thinking about any of these people, like my family, my parents, all these people who have wronged me, then I'm gonna be a very happy man. So yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, man, after everything they did to me, especially my parents, and how they abused and how they didn't prepare me for adult life, and now they expect me to just become a respectable adult with a job and everything, after they fucking ruined my life with abuse and negligence. I don't know, man, it just bothers me, it really fucking does. So I guess, yeah, I don't want to speak with any of them, and I don't want to speak with my old schoolmates. I'm gonna be honest, man. I want to spend the rest of the school year just doing my own thing and completely ignoring and not talking or looking at any of my schoolmates, because I hate them so much after everything they did to me. Because they ruined my life over nothing, essentially. But yeah, anyway, I don't really know what my point is. I guess I'm just kind of venting and giving you channel updates. And oversharing too much for the corporations and AI to steal this data. So, I mean, man, who gives a shit anymore? So yeah, I guess I figured out that college is completely useless. They don't teach you well. I'm not getting the proper education that I wanted and expected coming into here. I'm not getting any friends or a girlfriend, because people here are fucking NPC normies. They're legitimately evil and selfish. Holy fuck, man. Goddamn. And yeah, I'm not getting anything that I've wanted in here. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do here, honestly. I think for me it's really best to just give up and do what I said I was gonna do. Just give up on it. Even if I do succeed and things go well, just, yeah. I think it would be best to just stay here for 10 months, get the money, and then spend these 10 months just working on my artistic stuff and getting free money to stay afloat. So I guess I'm gonna do that. I think that would be a good opportunity. After that, well, I'm not really sure, because it brings me to my next point, and that is capitalism. Man, capitalism is such a bullshit. Maybe I gotten very unlucky where I live, because I'm gonna be honest. Where I live is incredibly awful. The laws for working and working condition is incredibly fucking bullshit. Bosses exploit you, the work culture is very unhealthy, there's a lot of unpaid overtime, a lot of hours you don't get paid for, and all of this is extremely illegal, but because there's no legislation or regulations and getting help or protection from these types of abusive corporations is impossible in Portugal, so they can just do whatever they fucking want, right? Every fucking job that I worked in, except for 1 or 2, holy fuck, dude, every single one of them has abused me and exploited me and did all the things I said they did. It's just, Man, it's just, dude, it's amazing. It's so fucking funny, dude. How they can get away with it. And then they expect people to work. And then they expect fucking Gen Z to just be okay with any of this. And my parents and my fucking father is like, oh, you gotta go to work. You gotta find a job and blah, blah, blah. And like, bro, they expect me to fucking get a job and like work and be happy with like getting fucking scraps with these working conditions. And I'm just puzzled how these fucking boomers, these fucking NPCs don't understand that this is like worst working conditions ever. This is not a way to live, just being exploited like this, like holy fuck. Anyway, so for me, like if I quit college after these 10 months, then I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. Because working under capitalism is the worst plague you can do. Like, my god, if you don't get lucky, if you have no talents, and you're forced to become an not talented person like me, and you have no other skills, then man, like, capitalism is fucking bullshit. Holy fuck, dude. So I'm not really sure, because as I said, like, I don't want to go back to working and being a wage slave, because that is just one of the most soul-crushing things I've ever seen in my life, dude. Holy fuck. So, yeah. And just, like, spending, like, the rest of your life, like, 80% of it, or whatever the fuck, like, working on something you don't enjoy for the rest of your life, just because you don't want to starve. I don't know, man, that doesn't sound like freedom to me. It sounds like coerced fucking slavery, if it makes sense. So I don't know, man, like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in those, like, 10 months, but after college, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to go back to working, because my experience has been so negative. And trust me, I would like to just, you know, do something with my life. I don't want to be a NEET. I don't want to be a shit-in like I've been in, like, all my life, right? Because right now I'm, like, living as a NEET. Because for, like, 2 months, I haven't done anything with my life, not even artistic projects. And I've just been, like, shutting myself alone in my room all day, so. I don't want to be like this. But the alternative is so much worse, so how can you blame me, right? So, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm the only sane person in this world, and everyone is just pretending that everything is alright. And it makes me disgusted seeing how this world is. And then I'm like looked as like the bad guy, or like the weird one for understanding the things I understand about this world. So I don't know. I already know what I want to do with my college, and that is give up and do the things I said I was gonna do. But I'm like, after that, what do I do, right? I'm not sure. Because like living as a wage slave doesn't seem like a good idea either. Because like I would like to travel, I would like to make friends, get a girlfriend, do something, like do a work that like is actually fulfilling and satisfying. You know, that is all I've ever wanted. Like do something that like makes me happy, at least fulfills me. Like I want something creative, something intellectual. But I'm just stuck with like this bullshit. And then of course the AI is on the rise. And then what? Do I just like starve and become homeless after AI takes my creative jobs that I want to do? Or am I stuck doing the shitty manual labor jobs like I've been doing for like the rest of my life? Shouldn't AI be doing that and like allowing us to be free? Like at least like introduce like basic universal income, like something like that, man. But you know, realistically, that's never gonna happen. I predict that in the next like 20 or so years, our world is gonna become a dystopian hellhole where corporations rule the planets like they do now, but at a much larger scale. And there's going to be slums, and the divide between the rich and the poor is going to be larger and larger, to the point where you see like rich people just becoming super fucking filthy rich, where they can just piss gold, and us people like me are just going to live in a slum, starving, and being the dregs of society, and being looked down upon. Because we have been pushed into this lifestyle of slums, you know. That's what I predict. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do after college, because I don't see myself as being like in that top percent. You know, true, I was a genius when I was a kid, like I genuinely was, but depression and being not motivated has essentially ruined all of my potential. Of course, my parents also helped. My parents didn't nurture any of my talents, so yeah, I don't think that I'm gonna accomplish anything with my life. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do after college. I really don't. Because like going to a different country as well, I don't think it's gonna change anything, because I feel like in other countries it's probably gonna be worse. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna actually connect with people there, because I notice that like when it comes to Portuguese people, they are very normie and NPC alike, you know. But when it comes to America and the UK and maybe a few other like countries in Europe, those people are like, a lot more awakened. They are a lot more aware of the world, society, gaming, anime, internet culture, the problems we have, and people on those countries are a lot like more like sentient. But the problem with Portugal is that like most people here are like just NPCs. They are normies, and as you know, like normies essentially ruin everything. So yeah, that's the thing. So for me, even if I do move to a different country, I'm not really sure, because at least in Portugal, the quality of life is cheap, very cheap, so I can just afford to do nothing for like months at a time. But the downside is that like people are NPCs and normies, evil monster NPCs. And if I go to the UK or America, then the cost of living is going to be awful, and I'm just going to become even more of a wage slave than I am. But the pro is that people are actually cool there, I think. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So for me, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I just would like to have some answers, I would like to have like a mentor or someone to be like a father figure to me, because that is all I need. Like, I just need some guidance, and I have no idea what I'm going to do now. Because I thought I generally thought that going to college would fix my life, but it really didn't. Funnily enough, what would have fixed my life was me remaining a NEET. Because I was at least back then, I was developing my skills, and now I'm so depressed that I can't even do that. I'm just rotting in my bed all day, not doing anything. All the games I play feel numb, all the animes I watch don't make me feel anything. I'm not drawing or making YouTube videos, even though I would like to. And I just lost all my passion for anything and everything. So that really fucks with me, man. Because working as a wage slave doesn't seem like the answer to me. Like, staying in college doesn't seem like the answer to me. Going to a different country doesn't seem like an answer or the key to my problems. So, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure what I can do. I feel like I really fucked with my save file. I feel like a game character where my save file is just destroyed, and I can't load any saves, or I can't start over in my playthrough. I really fucked over. And not because of my own faults, but mostly because of the people who have ruined my life, like my parents and the bullying. It really fucked with me. And of course, I kind of internalized that abuse, and I decided to abuse myself. It's kind of fucked up. So yeah, I guess for now I'm just gonna stay in college, fail college and get that free money, and spend the next 10 months thinking about what I want to do. So yeah. And I think that like the option for me that I have right now is to really just like commit Fortnite, if you know what I'm talking about. I think me not existing anymore is really the best option that I can do. Which kind of bothers me, because like I'm too much of a coward. I've tried to like do Fortnite once. I will show you my wrist, but last time I did that, like the video got removed. So yeah, I still have some scars in my wrists. So yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really know what the best option is. Because everything I've ever wanted, all the features that I can have are just not possible for me. I don't think I can accomplish them because it's too late for me, and I'm too different than other people. Because I'm not content or happy in this broken system and society that we have, And I know like how it sounds like I'm just blaming everyone and everything, but if you live my life, you would understand. The fact that I was in need, the fact that I work on my social like insecurities, the fact that I can actually talk to people without being cringe or weird, the fact that I can actually hold a job for more than like a week or so, just proves to me that like everything that I said is true. Because I've improved so much and I've changed so much. I mean, for fuck's sake, man, I did like a 180 in my life because I was in NEET and now I'm in college. I think that should tell you everything there is to know about how someone can try, and even if they try, it doesn't matter, because some people just have a bad ending in their lives. Some people are just cursed. Like, I genuinely believe there's like some sort of curse holding me down and making my life worse, because like there's no other explanation. After everything I tried, the fact that my life is still miserable, and the fact that people have ruined my life ever since the beginning, like my abusive parents and then bullying and whatnot, just tells me everything I need to know about how this world is never going to change for me. Because somehow I'm probably cursed. There's like probably some like strong like entity or like some fucking bullshit out there that's like legitimately like getting in the way, because it makes no sense how my life is still this fucking bad despite me changing everything about myself. 4 years at this point. So yeah, man, I guess for now I'm just gonna do that, and yeah. So I think that's, after thinking about it, yeah, moving country is not gonna do anything. Staying in college is not gonna change anything, because it's fucking a scam, it's useless, waste of time. Staying in a job is gonna be horrible, because they're just gonna get exploited. And with the rise of AI, I really doubt that I'm gonna be able to do anything, because I'm like 23 years old. And when you're 23 years old, well, I'm not old exactly, but who are they going to hire? Someone like me who has barely any experience, or someone who is young and impressionable? You know? So for me, the older I get, the less chance of me getting a job. So I don't know. For me, it feels like I've really died a long time ago, because people actually die 3 times. One is your physical body. Second is when people forget about you. And third is when all your hopes and dreams, all your aspirations, your hopes for the future, your hope in humanity, your innocence dies. That is the 3rd time you die, and now you just feel like a ghost watching the world go by. It feels like you've lived the best years of your life in the past, and now there's nothing to look forward to anymore. And that is how it feels like for me. So yeah, I don't know what to do. It's such a shame that this is my life now, because I've generally tried to make things better. I've tried to improve myself in my life, but nothing has ever changed. And it bothers me, because like all I've ever wanted was to have a small group of friends, you know, someone who I can talk to, someone who I can just really have a conversation about my life, someone who I can take care of, help, and nurture, you know, a girlfriend that I can share my deepest, darkest like feelings, someone who I can help and really lift to live a better life for herself and for me, to like really support each other through like hard times. That's all I've ever wanted. I wanted a family that like cared about me. I wanted to feel the hug. I wanted to feel what it feels like to be loved by my family, by my parents. To have someone, anyone, tell me that I did right, that I'm trying, and that I matter in this world. Someone to tell me that, you know, I'm a person, I'm alive, that I deserve to be happy and feel happiness. Someone to take care of me. A family that actually nurtured my talents and prepared me for adulthood. That's all I ever wanted. And a career that like doesn't make me want to kill myself and be a wage slave. Because having like 45 minutes to 1 hour of like free time doesn't seem like a good thing to do. You know? It doesn't feel like living. And that is all I've ever wanted. I wanted a family, friends, a girlfriend, a career. And despite me being like, I consider myself to be a good person. I've tried so hard to be fair, to live with trust and a life filled with honor and respect towards other people. And for some reason, I'm getting punished. Meanwhile, the people who are like evil, who abuse others, who bully them, abuse their kids, abandon them for years at a time, people who exploit their workers and make them a wage slave, all these people are getting all the ships. These people are like getting all the money and all the benefits. And someone like me who doesn't even want to be rich is getting punished. I don't understand. Because why? Why is the world like this? I don't get it. I could understand like if maybe I was evil, if I beat people, if I fucking bullied them in the past. I can understand if I made mistakes that weren't forgivable, but I don't know, man. That's all I've ever wanted. And I don't think I ever will. So for me, I'm going to stay in college for these 10 months, fail, get the free money and think about what I want to do. And then after that, we'll think about it. So yeah. This has been the end of the video. So goodbye.